Hi, this is Brett Sankis with Sankis Law in Brayton Woods. This is another video in our series Misconception Monday. We do a lot of legal misconceptions, a lot of business misconceptions, and we do a little bit of just general life and society. So today we are doing a legal misconception, something that shows up in law. I see a lot as an attorney, and that is that an S-corporation is a type of entity, a thing that you form through the Secretary of State. That is incorrect. An S-corporation is not an entity at all. An S-corporation is a type of election. It's basically a request to the IRS and an approval from the IRS to tax a corporation or an LLC, some actual type of entity that you form with S-corporation tax structure. So what happens is you form a corporation, which by default is what we call a C corporation. It's just a regular corporation, but we say C to distinguish it from S. This stuff's confusing, but you form a corporation or you form an LLC, and then you approach the IRS, you send a letter, and you say, I'd like you to tax that as an S corporation. And notice, you can choose to have an LLC taxed as an S corporation. So it's really confusing. It has to do with the fact that S-Corps, that tax structure came out well before there were even LLCs in the world, or it wouldn't be called an S-corporation. I think they would have noticed that that's really confusing to think about my LLC as an S-corporation. What do you mean? I thought it's an LLC. So the S-corporation is just an election. It's a tax election. It's a type of tax structure, not a type of entity. And so in a broader sense, it's important for you to understand that there's legal structure and there's tax structure. And they don't need to be the same thing. In a corporation, that's a legal corporation, you can choose to have it taxed as a corporation. They can match up, legal and tax. You could also choose to have your corporation be taxed as an S corporation. In that case, your legal and your tax don't match. In an LLC, you could choose to have it taxed in all sorts of different ways. As a corporation, a C corporation, as an S corporation, as a partnership. This stuff's really confusing. The way professionals talk about it's confusing, but the idea, the common belief that an S corporation is the type of entity, something you form, that is incorrect. So thank you for stopping by today, and look forward to seeing you in another Misconception Monday.